Paul McCartney's top 5 haircuts, the Dragon Hair Wax by Johnny's Chop Shop Barber, and should you use trimmers or should you shave your face? All coming up today on episode 48 of Men's Grooming Weekly. My name's Elliot Forbes, a barber based in central London, and if this is the first time you're watching any of my videos, this channel is dedicated to hair, beard and grooming tips for the modern man, and ASMR style shaving and haircuts. So if that's something you might be interested in, please consider subscribing. Okay, let's start with the product of the week, and it's the Dragon Hair Wax by Johnny's Chop Shop. It's supposed to have a medium hold, a medium shine, and again, as with all the products that they do, really quite cool packaging, very much stands out on the shelf, fluorescent green with the orange on it. It's got the same scent as it has across all of the range that they do, and this is really what I would consider like an out and out wax. It definitely feels waxy when you're working it into the hands. It definitely has that sort of waxy stickiness feel to it. It's definitely a product that you can move around during the day and run your hands through the hair. It's on the softer side, doesn't really feel as though it's set into place, so it's got that movable, it's quite pliable during the day. Because it is waxy, it gives that good separation. You can see the separation all through the day actually. I think if your hair's short like mine and really textured, then it's very good. Say if you wanted to have a lot of volume and keep the volume in there, it's probably not the product for you. It's a medium hold, but it is on the heavier side, so if you had a bit of volume it would tend to fall flat, I would think. Say if you want to sweep it back and you want that just have a nice natural sheen to it, works very well with that. When you're applying it, you only want to put a small amount in, and then you can build on top of it if you need to. The last thing with a wax or anything like that is to put too much in. You don't want to put too much in because then it's very much going to feel heavy and as though you've put too much in. So if you're going to try this, build on top and layer it up. But yeah, really nice product if you want to change up the style, go for a slightly different textured look or something not quite as matte as what you traditionally go with. Definitely a good option and something I'd recommend for sure. Okay, and on to this week's hair icon, which is Paul McCartney. In at number 5, a bit of lengthening through the sides, also quite a bit of lengthening through the back. A rough side parting, flowing over to the side. As with all of the haircuts which I've seen with him, there's not really any product in any of the hair. Very soft, very natural flowing look. I love the way that it just kinks out. And yeah, really elegant style on him. In at 4, I hadn't seen many pictures of like this at all actually. A bit more of a Teddy Boy style. Got kind of an Elvis-y, a Johnny Cash feel to it, where the sides are pushed back, a little bit of volume in through that front. Got that texture and the volume. Really cool look. And a look which you don't really see on him. Everything tends to be sort of down. You don't really tend to see it going back and over the ears. So a nice change up, I'd say. In at 3, a little bit more volume in through the top. I love how the front comes and then separates through the middle, just pushed to the side. Quite short in through the front and then a little bit longer as it gets back, so you can have that volume coming out. Love how he keeps the fullness in through the sideburn area, and one of the iconic looks with him. Now in at 2, a much more recent look. I think now that he's decided to ditch some of the hair dye, I think he looks so much better with embracing the natural colour and the greys. Do love how he's embraced the hair all through his life and never really gone super short with it. He's always wanted to sort of have a look and a feel about him, and yeah, I think this looks great for his age. And in at number 1, probably one of the most iconic hairstyles that's ever been. The mop top, which was so famous and iconic within the Beatles. Not really textured, a lot of weight and a lot of heaviness through it. Just pushed to the side. Lovely silhouette. I love the way it frames the face, just drops down nicely, and I mean, there's not much more to say about it, just an epic look. And today's question is, I'm 17, do I use a trimmer on my face or should I use a razor? And there's a couple of different things to take into account with this. Now, I probably started shaving when I was about 15 or 16, and all through that age up until I was about 19 or so, I had quite bad acne, and in hindsight, I really wish I hadn't shaved at all. I think it definitely impacted my skin for the worse. When I was shaving, I'd go over the spots, they would then open up, they would then bleed, and in hindsight, it feels like maybe I was even spreading the spots across my face. Definitely would have aggravated them as a minimum. So for myself, I definitely wish I'd got like a small pair of electric trimmers, took my hairs down really short. Obviously, it doesn't go as tight as if you're clean shaven, but it goes short enough. When you're sort of 17 or 18, your hairs don't grow super quick, so it's not like you need to keep on top of it every day. But because it doesn't go short, it will give it a different look. So if you want to be super clean looking and super fresh looking, then using a razor and shaving properly will definitely be the way to go. If you want almost like a little bit more of a stubble feel to it, then you can use the trimmers. Obviously, if you're using the trimmers, it then gives you more options of different looks to go for, especially if you have, say, a pair of mini trimmers, which go down to 0.3 mil. But then if you have a pair of like big clippers, which you'd use on the hair, then that starts at like 0.6 mil. And then obviously you can open the lever up, gives it even a little bit more length to it. So if you have trimmers and you're just trimming it down, there's more scope for different types of looks with it, but it's more the type of look that you're going for. If you've got any sensitivity, or if you do have any spots, and if you find you get some razor burn, then I personally would lean to using trimmers for sure. But it's a case of really assessing your skin and working out where you want to go with it. Okay guys, if you've enjoyed that video today, give it a little thumbs up. That really helps the algorithm and to get it pushed out more so for myself. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions at all, please drop a comment down below and I'll try and get back to all of you. Have a brilliant rest of your day. Much love, Elliot.